My name is Ertha Harris.
Okay, Ertha. Now I'm talking to you about this place here in York Road, which is the Govans area. Tell us about this place.
This place is called the House of Chiefs, home of the tight knit family. The reason why it's called the House of Chiefs, the gentleman who owns this property gave us an opportunity. He's from Nigeria. Myself, I've been in Baltimore all my life, 64 years. I told the Nigerian, I don't even own a business, and you came from Nigeria. So he thought I was trying to say it as a joke, but I had to make it a conscious understanding that why don't I own a black business in my own, you want to say village. So with that consciousness, I convinced him to give us an opportunity not to be on a negative, because it doesn't matter what the race of a person is to come here and try to benefit from America, but to make him understand that my passion is that the same drive that people come to this country with, we still have that same drive. I want to be a business owner. I want to be wealthy. I want to be able to pass things on to my children. He owns 15 properties. So he was saying, you know what? I read about you. I said, you read about me? He said, yeah. I found out that you are actually involved in organizing the 1995 Million Man March. So if you can organize all of those men to go to a march, and I even seen pictures with you with Minister Farrakhan. So I said, oh, you're doing your research. So he researched me, he saw me, I was up in the national office with Minister Farrakhan. I came through that situation with my friend Ben Chavis, who was president of the NAACP. Me and his wife were very close friends. So with that relationship is how I was able to continue being an effective person in organizing the Million Man March. So with that, I was surprised that people do their research. So he said, so if you can do that, I believe you can do this bill. My concept with this bill, there's three main things, ingredients that I still say we should use. We have to obtain something, sustain something, and then talk business. We obtain this bill, we sustain this building by having people be members. It's $100 membership a month. People say, what do I get for my $100? I don't know what you want. Because I got food, I got this building, I got a lot of opportunities. But we know consciously that if you really want to support, we have to have some way that we hold ourselves accountable. So that's one of the ways. And then we utilize people to come in and say to us what ideas they have. We have a carry out in the front. Right now, all of these chefs that's in Baltimore decided, oh, this would be a great opportunity for us to showcase ourselves. So they're going to come through and maybe have different days where you can come taste food from different chefs here, right? Mm-hmm. Then we have two event halls. We always know we need space, whether it's to do anniversary, birthday parties, whether it's to do meetings. We do Motivational Mondays, which is what you're here right now. Motivational Mondays was inspired by a great person named Mark Clark. He was on Radio 1, which is Kathy Hughes' station, the Big Fat Morning Show. He came back and said, you know what? This is a way that I can come back to the community, because he's right now on Channel 45. He comes on live on TV, Channel 45 at 11. But he wanted to get even more closer and personal, because a lot of people have a negativity toward Channel 45. So we have to bring it out and say, you know, if people give us opportunity, we got to take it. Right. So he comes here on Mondays. Let anybody showcase themselves, because just like I met you, everybody has a solution. And because you know why, you're alive. Like I said, if I'm still alive at 64, and I don't know, you look like a young man, you know, we have to make people sit down with each other and say, how did you make it? How did you survive yesterday?
That's what I ask you.
How did you get this? And then we share our stories, and then in every story there lies a solution. So one of the things that I want to see Baltimore do, onboard these houses, educate the kids, and make money. Because if you ride around Baltimore, we have boarded up homes, we have miseducated people, because I ain't gonna say we're miseducated, and we're not wealthy. So if we can sit down and identify who's the we, that's why my group is called Tight Knit. I'm saying, I'm not pointing fingers, I'm just identifying the people who want to play the solution and opportunity game. So we create a team of people who said, I have a solution, and out of that will come plenty of opportunities. We say we the we. We ain't talking about them other people. You want to complain about the president and the mayor and whatever, then you're not part of the Tight Knit group.
Right.
The tight knit group is about solutions and opportunities because there's too many people who have come through this time and era all the way up to 2023 that really have some strong things that we can put in place. So that's
This
what we
thing
do.
can keep you up at night.
That's why we got to have a room. Then we're going to have some beds.
I'm talking about you personally.
Oh, well, it keeps me up at night. But it's nothing like staying up at night for your own stuff. Because you remember back in the days when I was coming, my mother had 10 kids. Even when I had my daughter, I ended up working 2 jobs. So I'd rather stay up at night doing this than stay up at night working to try to create money for somebody else to create money off of me.
Yeah.
So if I stay up all night here and try to build solutions and opportunities and create wealth, it's way better than getting 2 jobs. Right? Because one guy, his name is Daryl Mooney, and if you heard of them, they're the Paul Mooney sons, told me, why do people say when I'm going to get a second job when the first job didn't work? So that's like, we have these insanity things that we go through all the time as our community tries to strive and understand the things that's happening to us. Because it says, doing the same thing the same old way and getting the same results is insanity. So let's stop the insanity. Let's do something different so we can get different results. Right?
That's why you're not in politics?
And I am in politics. I ran 5 times. Look my name up like that gentleman did. I ain't bragging, but look up Ertha Harris. I ran 5 times in Baltimore. I'm going to run again because what I don't understand about the political process is that we don't want to admit that we don't understand the political process.
Right.
So in order to understand it, you got to get involved. For instance, why is it that someone has to fund my campaign so I can get my message out, so I can become popular with signs all around the city,
Right.
so I can win the seat, and then y'all keep complaining about me? Why don't we understand that the political process is ran on an agenda? What's your agenda? What do you really want to accomplish? Because gay people accomplish what they wanted to all the way up to the top when the president said they can get married. White people accomplish what they want to accomplish. Other races of people, because they have an agenda. We have passion and we have disaffection. If our agenda is to get reparation, then all we have to do is elect someone that when they sitting down there and they start talking about whether we're going to get it or not, they're going to be strong enough to say, oh, this is how we're going to make you give us reparations. I'm going to shout at everybody that didn't vote your way. I'm going to call y'all up and call names. You know, Johnny, remember he said, girl, he ain't vote that way. Man, he ain't do that. You know, they lying to you. The governor ain't about no reparation. Then you know that is what you need to do. Have people that represent your agenda.
Right.
And then all that money that we spend in politics, you have somebody say, well, you got 5 or 6 people running in your community. That's not enough. We're the only 5 people that's concerned about what's happening in the community. The problem is those 5 or 6 people ain't on the same team. Because if we have a right to make and encourage anybody to want to be a leader. And out of that, people have to be understanding that if we only have a few people that want to be a leader, which leaders can really be focused as warriors, you only have a few people that's concerned about your neighborhood, that want to make sure that nobody comes and destroy it or whatever, and there's one person out there. No. We say, we got an agenda. We're going to figure out the best of the best to carry out this agenda. And we're going to make sure that we win. And when we don't win, we're going to go back to the locker room like most people strategize how to come back out again.
Right.
So that's why people say, well, you ran for election and you don't win. I said, well, so what? Ravens playing, they don't win, but then why they don't tell them stop playing? Why I got to stop playing?
So the address of this new venture of yours, you want to tell us again what it is?
It is 4603 York Road. It's called the House of Chiefs. This is a wonderful establishment, and again, hopefully you show people, for us to revisit and refocus on if this is an avenue where you have stores all up and down this road, how many of them are black owned? And why don't we say to ourselves that if we've been in this city for all these many years, and we've not, the first time we've been talking about support black-owned businesses, and if black businesses are closing, then what is that reason? So I had to get involved and say, oh, A lot of times, the people that's closest to you don't support. People, your friends are not coming. Your family is not coming. The people who's talking about black businesses are not coming. So I want to stay here so I can hold myself accountable. Say, if I'm not successful as a black business here on 4603 York Road, the House of Chief, it's because of us. There's no other entity, because we have had the foundation for years and years. We beat the drums. We pour the libation. We know what our history. We know we was brought here. We know we was enslaved. We know. So if we are not holding ourselves accountable for my own success, then I'm not going to go out there and point fingers to everybody else. I'm going to say we should be smart enough, wise enough, and bring resources. Because right now I'm behind on bills. Why? Because I can't get the people to understand the two things that I thought y'all was going to support me on. I thought y'all was going to come up here and eat, and I thought y'all was going to rent out the space. I don't have enough people to come and eating, and I don't have enough people to rent the space. So we're asking for donations. If you got a link to that, or however your folks can come up here and donate, which again, I don't believe that people should support you just because you're black. Right. So as a businesswoman, I'm offering you, even if you give me $30 a month, you can get a meal and you can get this place.
Wonderful.
One time, I mean, for $30 you can get a meal once a month, and you can get into any of our tight knit events free. So the marketing goal is $30 a month. I'll feed you, and then you can come into any event that's branded tight knit free.
Here's high five for that.
High five. Oh, and if you want to be affiliate is $100 a month. The affiliate program really works well because the majority of people, like you saw, I guess, people do seminars and they do a lot of things. So a lot of our business people are interested in becoming an affiliate because they know they need space and they need opportunity.
Well, Ertha, you are down to earth, aren't you?
Oh, thank you. I try to be a little something. You know, they trying me, but I'm getting them. And down to earth is really a good opportunity for us to understand that we are down on this earth for a short period of time. I love affirmation. This guy said, I'm 64 years old. I got this much time, but I want to do this much stuff.
Okay.
So I feel the same way. I'm 64 years old. I got about this much time, but I want to do this much stuff. So let's get working. And like you said, join the tight knit team.
The energy is there.
The energy's there. I'm going to be there. Oh, energy. I have my own radio show. I come on every Saturday on WOLB 1010, Kathy Hughes Talk Radio Show. People usually know that because Laurie Young's been on there for decades, but I've been on there for 10 years. I come on Saturdays from 1 to 2. We talk about, again, solutions and opportunities. I have a host of guests that comes on the board that, because we do have to talk, we do have to assimilate whatever's in our brain out to our own community. So whatever topic that we want to talk about or whatever we want to say, we're going to have to create those platforms. And so that's another thing I do, the Tight Knit Radio Show.
Thanks again, Ron.
You're welcome.
You're always on the ball.
You ain't seen nothing yet.